Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. A little midday money on a Friday. Not a football Friday. We're a couple months away from football Fridays, but welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, ring the bell here. So, each and every day we come in here with our live show. And the night show will come back. I was a little crazy last couple weeks. It is what it is. Last night I was on late night with Game Morrissey on Sports Rage. Do a little late night talk. But we do have some games tomorrow. So I'm thinking of maybe a little late night money. But, I like the late night money when there's the day action, like noon game. There's no noon action really on a Saturday anymore. And we'll see. We will see how the late night show rolls out for the look headlines. I can do it earlier because baseball lines seem to be coming up a little bit earlier for now. So we like that. In the link, description, wherever you listen to your podcast, come give us a follow. As always, we're on the Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, all your favorite places. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give me a follow. Free picks are posted right now. I'm doing it as I speak. I'm looking at Twitter right now. I hit tweet. It didn't tweet out, but it has now. We're tweeting. We are in the Twitter universe. Props are out. Everything is up. And Adam, super. And here we go. We got Twitter is working. Super duper duper. What are we doing here? We got to bring that up, and then we got to scroll. I had the wrong ones up there. I put the player props up first. But before we get to all that, let's a quick little recap of yesterday's action. So 1-3 in the video, 34-47 down 8-20. Got to get a little better here in the video. Because premiums were up 87.79 plus 1100 even after taking a donut yesterday. Not a bad, we're having a decent season, but again, translating it into the free picks are tough. We saw that with NBA and college football. College football, a so-so season on the sites, but the free pick side was great. NFL, a super NFL season, but the free picks weren't as good. It's tough mixing. I try to put premiums in here, but I can't put them all in here because I have people paying. And this is where we're at. This is what happens sometimes. So we'll got to get back on track. I'll try to do that. NBA winner, another one. I think that's 6 now in a row. 6 straight. We're down 350 in a video, 46-47 after a easy under in that King game. Hockey, we go 2-1, 30-39 plus a $1.29 there. And again, both on the season, down a little bit, 150, 145 in the two sports. Plenty of time left with playoffs to get into the plus side of things here with NBA and NHL on the season. Again, it's tough mixing freebies and premiums and rolling in a nice pie to get everything on one winning. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say. Just it is what it is. I can't give we try to get winners everywhere, but it does not always happen. All right, baseball today. Reds plus 120. This is a tough one for me because I do not like fading teams on win streaks and betting teams on losing streaks, but I've said before, Ashcraft, Ladalo, Green, I like this little pitching staff. I had Pittsburgh run line yesterday. They had 4 runs on 4 hits, obviously they didn't cover the run line. No right being in that game. I don't know. Ashcraft's been good. They got to Keller a little bit before, so give me the Reds here plus 120. Rays over Sox here, Kopech and Fortuner. We could go X-rated and say it a different way. We're not. Over the 8.5. Rangers run line. It's the A's. 3-win A's. Yeah, run line plus 105. St. Louis over. Mats on the hill against Seattle. And Giants under. Oh, the 9 did not. Why didn't the 9 come out here? It should be Giants under 9. Giants under 9. Boop. There we go. We're in business. We're in the business of business now. Sometimes it gets cut off. I guess I I don't know what I don't know what I did to get it cut off, but we'll go Giants on 9. Yesterday, I had the Mets and the under. Obviously, a split there, but Lindor got there in props. We'll talk about him in a second. NBA, again, 46-47. We got the Knicks under 211 tonight. Nuggets minus 135. And tomorrow we got the Lakers minus 4.5. Hockey, again, 2-1, plus the 129. We'll take it. Carolina, even. Bruins, puck line, looking for a big payday there. And player props. Here we go. Player prop action. Yesterday, 3-5, losing $45. Corbett Carroll, thanks. He put up 12 runs and I got 12 hits, rather, I should say. You're 0 for 4. Yeah, tough one. Anyway, so we're 91 and 145 plus 640. It is what it is. We're up. It's streaky, right? We're up a big nut there. We're over 2 dimes. Now we're at $6. That's what happens. A lot of Tampa Bay action here because we do not like Kopech. This is a kid I loved last year, and he just has not got into a groove in Tampa Bay. Well, they are hitting and winning. So we got the lows. J Lo 250, B Lo 165. Again, all ribbies except for the 1 run coming up here. Wander ribby 150, Ramirez 150, Rosarena 175. The White Sox will go with Vaughn at a 185 and a Burger 220. Andrus, again, he's at the bottom of the lineup here. 190 for a run. I kind of like it because I think we're going to see some runs. Obviously, we have the over here. I thought about Eloy. He's a plus 160 out of the 3-hole or cleanup spot even. But that 190 average kind of scares me a little bit, even against just a kind of an opener kind of guy today. Not interested in a 190 hitter. Benedetti, again, he's at 225. I thought about adding a little Benedetti to this at a 225 clip. Texas. Simeon, I mentioned him the other day. Dude's got 11 ribbies last 5 games. Yeah, we'll take a 155 here. I know he's a leadoff guy, but you're playing Oakland. Bad team. Guy's going to get on base. Let's go 155. Heim a 165 and another low. This one, the end low, Nate. 195. We'll take another ribby prop there. Seattle, a couple youngsters. Kelenic and Raleigh at 290 and a 180. Yes, against Steven Matz. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. Absolutely. No Tim, so I had to throw out the mute after my 7-minute ramble. So there is that. Did I miss anything on the? No, I think we covered all the stuff there. So everything is scrolling. Everything's on Twitter. Mr. Sean Higgs, podcast for replays, Facebook, YouTube channels. You know what to do. Miz is in the house. Good morning. Cubby's over 9.5. Urias on the hill. Not a lot of runs yesterday. I don't know about this one. I don't know if I'm loving the over in this. Yesterday we thought I thought the over yesterday, right? Because it was in 11, 10.5. Not a huge smiley guy. Urias doing what he's doing. I don't know. Good luck to him, Miz. I have no opinion. Mini under Twinkies, Nats, Molly Williams. This one I do not hate. Williams has pitched all right. I mean, he's got a sub 4 ERA. You got to like it on a bad team. I like Molly. He's a guy I liked on the Reds, Tyler Molly. And again, Nats offense, decent pitcher for the Nats. Mini off of the Sox game. I get it. I don't hate 7.5, right? What's the weather like? A little chilly. I don't mind that at all. Under 7.5 mini run line. Only way to look at mini here because it's a monster $2 fave. So again, not hating that one. 4-1 win. I get it. Tigers on a run line. You know, they've been playing well. Right? I do like Baltimore. I'm not going to lie to you. But you're getting a 150 clip. A team that's playing a little better. You know I'm not high on the Orioles this year. What is the now? I got to pull up the plus runs here for the Motor City Kitties. See what that is. Um, a minus 140 at Will Hill. Uh, Reds, I'm with you on the Reds, Miz. Yanks over 8.5. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Kikuchi could give up some runs. Herman, German, Domingo, whatever you want to call them. Let's not call them super duper. Lines moved a little bit here. I don't hate the over here. Don't I don't hate it. It opened at 9. I thought I saw a 9 on this game. I thought I saw a 9. I got 8.5. I got an 8 out in Vegas in one spot. Morning, Michael. How are you today? Good to see you. Locking in with the Kings in the house. How are you? I'm well. What's there to say? It's almost a month of baseball down. Chris, let's get this money. You know it. That is the idea. We try to find some winners, grind out a little bankroll, and move on to the next day. NBA loves me. 2 Warriors trifecta. Under Looney, over rebounds. Clippers, 8.5. And beat under points. A few of the props. Lost Nets first quarter, first half. Baseball has been 1-3. Clipper line. Nice. You got that at a good number. Early number was a loser. The player props and Warriors under was easy money. I made the case for that yesterday, and them out of the gate. I kind of liked it. It's a good day. Red Sox first 5 full game yesterday. He has a nice little blowout there. That was early, never in doubt. You got 6 runs in the 3rd inning, and then away we go. Away again though with the Sox. I mean, for a team that hits as poorly as they hit, they are an average wise, and I mentioned a bunch of guys hitting under like 250 or whatever. 3rd in runs scored in the league. 3rd in runs scored, believe it or not. Pittsburgh 4th. So there's that. Tampa Bay number 1, pushing those runs across. But the Sox pitching, again, that's why you look at the totals in those games, because the pitching is bad and they do hit sometimes. Not sometimes, a lot of time, 3rd in runs. Michael says, took the Celtics -5. Why to go to Hawks? Yeah, I think I would lean Celtics here. Did not play it, but like it myself. Go Knicks early Cavs for a game. Yeah, this one here, I kind of like the under. We've seen 2 low-scoring games. Cavs are a defensive first team. A must-win game for both, right? It's a game 3. I think we see defense. Sidewise, no real opinion on. Nuggets get done. I like the Nuggets. We got Nuggets -135. Had it the other day. King D loves the baseball slate tonight in MLB. I like a lot of MLB today too. Boston Yanks over yesterday. Yes, they got their Miz. They did 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. And you just heard me mention the Boston. As bad as their hittings are, I ran through their whole lineup. A bunch of guys hitting 205 and 190, stuff like this. They are 3rd in runs. In the pitching, he still gave up 5 runs. Yankee, listen, I like the Yanks under yesterday. Broke it open late, bunch early, right? You think easy winner like the Tampa game, but we saw what happened at Tampa game, stayed under. But a couple, lead off walk at the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th coming back to hurt me. They hurt me the first week of the season with the Astros pushing games over in the bottom 8th. Came back, bite me in the butt yesterday as well. Baseball says Michael B took the Mariners money line. Fade the Cardinals. I don't hate fading the Cardinals. Lost with the D-backs yesterday. I'll come back with Gallon on the Hill. Maybe a Houston first 5. I like Hunter Brown a lot. That's my cat. Elders pitch well though. I stayed away all over the joint. No Ribby props, totals, not a thing. No, thank you. Gallon, yes, but dude, Seth Lugo has not pitched bad. Because I think Gallon, I'm like, I want to jump on Gallon. Dude, Seth Lugo has pitched pretty good, and then he's a guy I'm like, really? So we're going to be high on Seth Lugo? He's not. The stats are there. I mean, for a guy out of the bullpen for the Mets last year, not just last year, last 2 years, his whole career basically, except back in 2017. So far, so good out of the starter role, I should say. I'm not, and I love Gallon. We've been talking about him 2 years. We've been on a Gallon train. I don't like it. Manny says Twinkies today. Yeah, run line only here. One, I am not the show to come into and have you lay a 225 as on a favorite. Run line minus 110, 115. Sure. And again, we talked about the under here. Will Hill's got it at an 8. You can find under 8. I'd think about grabbing there as well, but I can't lay 225. Ari Gold's in the house. Ari. I got Johnny Drama behind me. Mike, if I'm going to give Reds first 5 Ashcraft's better than Keller, I agree. I like Ashcraft. I like their young pitching. I do. Miss Telltale Philly NBA laying down number. Also, Phoenix missed by a point. Well, the Phoenix line is tricky because of the line move. So if you had Phoenix early, you're a winner. I'm not going to get into Kawhi. The line opened at a 3. All right, it was a 2 on Wednesday. You could add them at -2, 2.5, 3. Obviously, it jumps up afternoon time. So that's a Phoenix win if you had Phoenix early. Again, it goes to 7.5, 6. The number's all over the place. Philly was right on. Did Philly land on the 5? I thought that was a 4.5er. Again, this is why we say shop around. I mention all the time. I come in here with 2 sets of numbers. I got my winner free picks and parlay side of things, and I got numbers off sports capping. Same games, but numbers vary. You could have Philly at 3.5, at 4. You would have, cashed the ticket. It's, you wait, you get a loser. Detroit has good stats against Wells of the Orioles. And Detroit's been they've been pesky. They've been a pesky little squad. And again, I'm not a huge lover of Baltimore. Right? I think they're not going to be a playoff team. Sniper's in the house. What do you say? Eric here. What do you got? Reds money line, Jays money line, Snakes money line. 0-7 doggy run. It is a tough racket when you go straight up on the dogs. I don't hate the Reds today. I don't dislike the Jays against the Yanks. You got Zach Gallen on the hill. I don't hate it. He's a small dog, small fave. I get it against the Padres. Miz says Detroit money line. Again, I cannot talk you off a plus 150 with a team that's playing decent. They've won some games here. Ari says Giants money. I've talked about the Scaffoline before. I do not hate it. He's pretty. When the guy's healthy, he's been a solid pitcher, even for the Reds. Problem, he's an injury guy. Rangers money line. Well, that's going to be an auto no for me at a $2. Cubs money line at a 3-teamer. All right, so we're parlaying it up here. You got the plus 135 to offset the minus 205. I don't hate it. That being said, I'm a Urias backer. I like that kid. And you throw the 2 o'clock game in. Here's the thing. You're going to know by 4 or 3:30 even if you got a loser on your hand to buy out. You'll be like, all right, I got to do another bet today. Kick D said, Padres first 5 minus a half. Yes, I have 5. I'm going to 4th with Michael Wacha with a 4-run. It's Wacha, bro. So I can't bet Wacha. I talked about his good game against the Braves. That's it. The other games gives up some runs. JK's in house. Bruins, Knicks, fade and Mats. Absolutely fade Steven Matz. Fade the Cards in general. I've been saying that since March. I don't hate the Knicks at home in Boston. I like a little Bruin puck line. You see me, plus 160. I'm trying to get the payday. Mark my Miz comes in, mark my words. All right, Miz. Mark my words. Milwaukee. Moneyline. Who's pitching? It's Peralta today on the hill, right? We got no, yeah, right. Where's it? Yeah, Freddie Peralta versus Nick Pivetta. I thought about it, and I'm like, all right, Pavetta's not a guy who I love, and the Red Sox aren't a team I love either. Right? I mentioned their pitching is bad, bad hitting. They score though. They hit. I don't know. 150 for him to be laying 170. That's a big chunk. 170. I mean, I I'll give you to mark my words. If it hits, great, but it's still a 170. The probability there is they are going to win. Richie Peason asks, Richie, so I got my Gaudi back from PSA, and it's like, hi, evidence of trimming. Vintage breaks. I tweeted at him. No comment. I'm gonna have to. Not that I have on the Sean Higgs channel. Not really have a huge baseball card following, but I'm gonna go in that Facebook group and be like, vintage breaks. What are you doing to me here? And my Robin Yount comes back a 3. A 3. I mean, I don't think it looks that terrible. I mean, does it look that bad? I mean, I guess it's a little. It's a 3. I don't know. Maybe. I think they swapped it out on me. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Hit the like on the tweet also. Thank you, Richie. Think Arizona San Diego is over again. I don't know, Miz. Gallen hasn't pitched great yet. San Diego getting a loaded offense. Tatis is back. I know it's Tatis. He got a game under his belt here. Didn't do much at the dish yesterday. And it went up to it's a 9.5 on this total. I mean, it opened at 9. I still see dies by his 120. I don't know. Not looking to Gallen bad stats against the Friars. Does he have bad numbers here? Where is the? Oh, here we go. Let's check him out. All right. You got a guy who's 1 for 2 against him. You got a guy who's 2 for 3. Cronenworth's got some at bats. 17 at bats, hitting 353. Grissom 18 at bats, hitting 160. 9 at bats, 333. Machado's 14 at bats, 214. Juan Soto 3 for 10 with a jack. I don't know if they have that much success against them, with the exception of Jay Cronenworth. I mean, you got a guy who's 3 for 9 in Kim, and a 3 for 10 in Soto. I mean, guy goes 1 for 3. I don't think he faced him once. Granted, it's a homer for bogey. A lot of limited guys against Lugo. 1, he's a bullpen guy, and 2, with Arizona's young team, they didn't get to face him a lot. Michael, I was looking at Tatis props last night because I wanted to fade them, but they were so low. Ribby 120, yeah. 0 for 4. He was 0 for, yes, he was. Everybody's gonna run to bet on Tatis. Don't mess with Gallen on a scoreless inning streak, is he? I mean, I like Gallen, but this is not the day I want to bet him. Rangers in a rout. Yeah. And Angels, too. Angels should win, right? They're minus 280 today. Rangers, Twins, and Angels. Your no doubt rout. Parlay lock of the century. Don't like Kikuchi. Yanks run line. Only way to bet the Yanks would be run line, I think. I don't want to really lay with Gene. Richie likes the Dallas Stars tonight on the ice. I'm not loving the Stars tonight on the ice. I mean, I know we're Texas guys here, but I kind of want to get wild with Terry and take Minnesota. Go ahead, Giants take first five. Bullpen's garbage. Trust and watch it. That is your squad. I like the Scaffolini. He's not bad. He's going to go 5 or 6, keep us in it. But as you mentioned, the bullpen, questionable. Audi King's in the house, my guy. I like the over in the Boston game. What do you think? Are we talking Boston Red Sox or Boston Bruins? The Red Sox, I don't really hate the over. I mentioned earlier, number 3 or 4 in scoring runs, and the pitching and bullpen, starters and bullpen, not really high on. Milwaukee could rake a little bit at times. You want to go over that? What is that? A 8.5? I don't hate it. Jameis, not the MZ. It's Jameis. Take a Mookie and Freddie over 2.5 hits, runs, ribbies. Both are plus 120. Smiley has impressed me. I don't hate that. I mean, plus 120 for hits, runs, ribbies. I mean, Mookie's a guy who can lead off the game with a homer, right? I mean, he's that kind of player. But is he playing? He pinch hit yesterday. So I know he was at the game before as well. And Freddie Freeman's Freddie Freeman. He's a good player. But again, the rest of that team, I don't really love. That's why we like the Dodgers. We take a bunch of Dodgers under sometimes, and we had the under for the season win total. Lock it in with the King. If you're blindly playing the Pirates first 5, you're 15-5. That is a nice little run for the Pirates. But again, this is what happens when you have a team that's bad, quote unquote, right? Not supposed to have a good year. You start out hot, which is what, if you take dogs in April, more likely than not, you're going to start making, you'll be making money at the end of the month because some teams start slow. You have those surprises. A 13-7 record, and you're a dog in basically all these games, well, except for the last couple here. They were favored over Colorado. Most time they're dogs and they're winning nicely. That's a nice first 5, 15-5, 854. Excellent. Excellent. Milwaukee run line. I wouldn't hate that. Boston bullpen. What do you I get it, Miz. Yeah, right. Seriously, how trim the card? Why? Why trim? Why trim a card? Yeah, the corners were a little rough, Eric, on the Yount, but whatever. It's an old one. I wanted to keep it nice. Yeah, I should have took a pic before I sent it away because it did not. I mean, I know it was not that bad looking because when I was at my little local shop, I was like, "Oh, send this in. Looks pretty good." So I think they scammed me there. Eric, I told you they swim cards out. Yeah, I don't like it. It was definitely not that bad looking. 18 Ks per gallon last 2 starts. Let's pull it up. Let's go Zach Gallen. Let's see, where are we here? Last 2 games, 13 and 2/3, 0 runs. Absolutely. 18 Ks, yes. Start before that, he gave up 4 earned, gave up 2 homers to San Diego. So San Diego got him in San Diego. 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 2 jacks, a walk. Not a good outing after the Dodgers got him. But he bounced back versus Milwaukee and the Miami game. 7 Ks versus Milwaukee's 11 Ks versus Milwaukee. I understand. It's not a start I kind of like him here. Lugo is a bullpen guy who's coming out pitching as a starter now versus a young team who hasn't seen him. I'm not running to bet them today. It's not like it's a great. Is it a great number to bet him at a minus 105, plus 105, even money? Pass. I had a friend who's not willing to collect, but he's bought multiple packs of 86 liter. Pulled the Jordan rookie. Yeah, trimmed, came back. Yeah, they swapped that out. Ridiculous. That's why I'd rather just drive to PSA because I know they're down in Dallas. Ridiculous. NFL draft 7 days. I pay my Colts draft for Richardson, QB for Florida. Oh my goodness, why? You want Richardson? Did you watch that guy play? Here's the he's not a guy I want. Uh, who would I don't even know if I want one of these quarterbacks. People are high on Young and Stroud and uh, Levi from Kentucky. How many busts have we seen? You got Lamar right there. Got an MVP guy. 2 years older than this kid. You know he could play in the league already. I don't get it one bit. Colts, Falcons, Tampa, Jets, any team. You got an MVP out here. You're worried about drafting some rookie guy. Don't get it. Guy about the Packs in the 90s for grading was a thing, PSSA. They have so many different graders. I know people that will get a grade break, send it back, it'll come back different. Yeah, I've seen that before. That's why I really don't. I don't really send stuff out to grading. They were here in Houston. It was in person, so I sent some things out. Like I got straight out of a pack came back an 8. It was like, oh, come on, it's not an 8. What are we doing here? Bruins money line. I'm going puck line. I want that big cash there, Ari. Kikuchi comes back down to earth today. It's the Yanks. Yanks could hit. They're a home run team. I don't hate it. It's just I'm not. Uh, Toronto hasn't really been that great so far this year. I mean, they're 11-8. Yanks are 12-7. I don't think that's as good as people expected these teams. Especially Toronto. I thought Toronto would be better. Manoah's been terrible. He's on the hill tomorrow versus Cole. I don't know. I lean to the Jays. Boston bullpen equals over. Absolutely miss. Could be 3-1 game. Don't donate with the Wild Pigs. Yeah, I didn't play it. I didn't play anything on the ice there. I got the Boston puck line here. I shouldn't say I didn't play any ice. I didn't play anything in that game. I like Boston NBA game over. What do you think? Addy, I like the Celtics today. I think the Celtics get it done. Total wise, no opinion on total. I do like Boston, but I guess I would lean that way. Atlanta's home, must win kind of stuff. You're down 0-2. You're going to come out and throw your haymakers and try to score. But they haven't done it in the first 2 games. Boston plays some defense, 106 and 99. The total is adjusted down 5 points here from those totals in those 2 games. I just think Boston gets it done. Don't have to do a same game parlay. I don't got to do it. Miz thinks Detroit and Tampa Bay games go over. Very warm here in Baltimore today. That wouldn't shock me with Baltimore and Detroit. That would not shock me one bit. You got 2 teams. I mean, again, I'm not high on Baltimore. Not great. Should see some runs. I get, the runs have been scoring aplenty. I like the Tampa Bay Rays over. You see that? I got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Tampa and 3 White Sox. I got eight props going in that game. Gallen today, so he's doomed, says Eric. Something. In that case, you're due, right? You're due for a win. PSA cares about corner surfaces, centering and edges. I get it. The card did not, looking at that, I'm like, I know it wasn't that bad. I would have sent in a card that was all chipped up on the bottom with a black trim. I mean, only $65, but that's not the point. That's not the card. James is in the house. Good morning, James. Good to see you. Lamar will never get 230 guaranteed. I'll go back to him. Get a freaking agent, bro. What are you doing? You're not getting 230. Get something else. But the going rate for these quarterbacks, Daniel Jones getting $35 million. I mean, this is what's going on. Pay the guy his money. Unless there is something that says his leg is messed up and he's never going to be good, that'd be fine. But just not to pay when everybody else is getting this money. I mean, teams are going out there. Let's trade for Trey Lance. I mean, you think Trey Lance didn't look good in preseason? He didn't look good in regular season. I thought Garoppolo was going to the Jets or to Houston with their old coach. Didn't happen. Now they're going after Trey Lance, Houston? What are you doing? Why? Keep Mills. I'd keep Mills and draft other spots. You draft a quarterback There is none of these guys. I don't care if you're a shad guy or a young guy or Richardson, whoever. None of these guys are taking a team that's in position to get you and being great the next year. They're not that good. How many times have you seen that? Panger life's in the house. Yankees money line team total over. I'm not loving the Yanks. Team total over. I could see runs here, Panger. So you want to go over? I don't hate the team total over and the game over. Like I says, hoping the Raiders don't draft any of these first round QBs. Rather grab a guy like Jordan out of UCLA in the fourth or fifth. I like Williams. No, they're not. I don't think they'll tank. But uh, again, you grab the kid at UCLA in the fourth round. Again, I'm not sold on a lot of these quarterbacks. Florida won series this year against Boston. I'm like, what are we talking about here? We're back to the ice. Back to the ice. I get it. I mean, they beat them. What, they just beat them 6-3 the other day? Regular season, they beat them 4-3 in overtime, 5-2 in November. I mean, not bad. 2 of the 12 regular season losses. You beat them 3 times. And they got 13 losses on the year. Mizzo, that's why I'm like, you know what? If Boston's going to win, you take a bad loss like that. Right? I mean, 6-3 is not a good look. Losing at home. I'll grab a puck line here, thinking they get payback, as opposed to laying on 140. I lay in the first quarter +1. I'm not. I don't think one's worth it there, Jess. I know we like the team to come home at home, come out fast and try to get some momentum, but Reds and Braves money line. What do you think? I like the Regs, Easton. We already got him +120 with Ashcraft on the hill. We like him. Brave game's a stay away though, because Elders pitch well, and Hunter Brown's a guy I like a lot. He's a kid I like. He's pitched decent. I really don't want to get involved in that game in any way. I mean, look at his numbers. Look at Hunter's numbers. We said to take him for a little rookie of the year action. He's delivering. 3 starts, 18 innings, 17 Ks, not too shabby. Sub 2 ERA. I'm not running to bet the Braves today. Michael says NBA betting 101. If you're planning on watching any of these NBA games, wait and live bet it. Oh, yeah. We've been saying that all season long. Sixers live +250. I say, wow, can't beat that one. King D. Problem with the Colts is no one wants to be here. What's here? We got old vets, but they notice they never stay. Gilmore left. The Colts are just in a weird spot. Like last year, I thought they could have been a contender, and it was bad line play. Guys get hurt, quarterback. It was just a total cluster, and you end up canning the coach. I don't know what the game plan is. You're more into Indy than me. I have no idea what they're thinking. Dave's in the house. Good to see you back. Good to be back. I know I had a little layoff for a little bit, but we're ready to rock. Thanks for coming back. You go away for a couple days, and I didn't say. I mean, I don't hide my life on here. Going back, I'm moving. This that. I always say I got things going on. I should have been a little more clear what was happening. Lamar too cheap to pay. I mean, and you're calling. Now he's too cheap. It's costing him millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, miss. Triple double at 210 compared to what was last year. Yeah, most times it's triple doubles. What, like a 115 or something? Take it, J Miz. How did Nets not cover that game last night? It really hurt me. Probably the Nets. I don't know if Jesse's still going to be here and commenting. It's the Sixers. That was their shot. You're right there. You blow a big lead, you lose. Forget it. Nail in the coffin. Sixers by double digits. Next game. Yanks bottom 4 week. I mean, I'm not a fan of the entire Yankee lineup. And we've gone through this. How many times I talk? All right, so they bring in Judge. Rizzo's off to a nice start. Volpe could be good. He's not hitting. Look at the lineup. You got one guy hitting over 273. Rizzo's hitting 344. Peraza's hitting over 270, but that's only because he's got 7 at bats. He's 2 for 7. Judge is your best guy, 273. Stanton is out, 269. Torres is hitting 250. Although he's been driving in some run. He hasn't been terrible. He gets some rubies for us. LeMahieu's at 250. Cabrera, 228. Trevino, 220. Frenchie, $2. Volpe, 193. Higashioka, 167. Willie Calhoun, 158. IKF, 138. Hicks, 125. Donaldson, 125. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. We'll throw Frenchie in there. 7 guys under the Mendoza line. And 3 of them are like regulars. It's a terrible lineup. It's terrible. And I said trade the world to get Soto in here, and that guy's hitting 220 himself. You got Judge $40 million. Great. That's great for a third place team. Michael says, I know Lamar's looking for a Watson contract. Do you think the NFL as a whole has decided not to offer one of these fully guaranteed contracts? They set a bad example. You got to do it. Did they set a bad example? Every other team, the Eagles were looking at him. The Falcons were looking at him. Teams were looking at signing the guy. They came in with a big offer. What are you going to do? I don't blame guys for taking contracts. People are like, oh, the Yankees buy people. Well, the Texas Rangers gave A-Rod that monster contract. If memory serves me right, I remember, I think in 1990 might have been, I think Sports Illustrated ran anything like the highest paid guys. I believe it was the Oakland A's made Ricky Henderson like a $3 million player, and then the Twins were a $4 million player. Okay, Yanks gave Winfield $1 million a year for 10 years. I think the Astros paid more for Nolan Ryan. Kevin Brown got a huge contract from the Dodgers. I mean, I don't begrudge any guy going to take some crazy contract. But on the same token, not to go after Lamar because I don't want to pay him $35 million. Daniel Jones is getting $40 million. He's getting more than Mahomes this year. Islanders, oh my goodness. New York Islanders. The Isles against Carolina. I like Carolina. Brio's in the house. Good to see you. Miz, my line was Philly minus 5.5. When did you put that in? Because it was a 4.5 in the show. Nets are done. Yes, they are. Put a fork in them, just. Nets plus 4.5. Exactly. It was a 4.5 early. I think if Yanks lose tomorrow with Cole, they get swept. Well, let's see what happens tonight. Because if they win tonight and they lose tomorrow, they could still win a series. Dave's in the house. What do you say, Dave? It is going. It is going along. We're hanging in there. I've been busy at time of show. It happens. I appreciate you popping in. Now you can rewatch it. We're on all the podcast channels now. You can find the Midday Money on all podcasts. Listen in the car. Listen in the shower. Listen in the bathtub. You're making dinner. You're eating lunch. Most of the stuff's in the nighttime anyway, the games, Speaking of games, Reds plus 120, Rays over the 8.5, Rangers plus 105. Who else we got here? Cards over the 8, Fade and Mats. We don't like St. Louis. Giants under the 9. Knicks under 211 was added this morning. Talked about that with Gabe last night on his Sports Rage show. Nuggets money line 135. Lakers little Hollywood action minus 4.5. Carolina's even money. I know somebody like the Islanders. We're talking Islanders in here with Ari Gold. I said no, thank you. And Bruins Buckline, look for the payday. Always you're watching. I appreciate you watching. You know that. I appreciate everybody who comes in here. If you'll make comments, it makes the show. My show's an interactive show. Milwaukee run line. I don't hate it against Pavetta, Miz. I don't hate it. I know the money line is your mark my word play, and again, it's they're 170. Peralta's been solid. I'm happy. I'm not happy. I don't want guys get hurt. Woodruff down. Burnsy's hurt, and he hasn't pitched that good last year either. Helping my Cubs win that division because the Cards don't look too good. We'll see if Milwaukee could keep it going. I love your Rangers. Phillies, run line with Nola. Yes, take that Ranger money. And Nola here is a run line. I thought about this. I'm not going to lie. He has. It's plus 150. It's a big payday. Yes, obviously they're $3 phase, which is why it's such a heavy juice there. But I don't know. I had Phillies last night. Is it a spot to play them again? It was run line last night. They couldn't muster any kind of offense. They get shut out. Uh, Terrible. Yes, you want to bounce back from them, but that's their second shutout in 3 days. They got shut out by the White Sox. You know, they got shut out by the Reds. 150 worth a shot? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I might come in and take that myself. It's just we'll see. No, mark my word play, it's run line. Okay. Run line. Run line. Run line. I corrected it. Philly minus 2 runs at 115. See, I would rather take the oh, excuse me. I was saying it's plus 150. It's minus 150 at Will Hill. It's a minus 150 Phillies. I'm looking at it right now because I was like, oh, somebody had a 135, but it's a minus 135, and everybody else has a 150 up. Oh, no, thank you. I'm not laying. No way. Laying a 150 run line. The living legend. I am. All right, I'm a little bit of a legend. Legend in my own mind. Michael's out of here. That means it's almost time to wrap it up. Rowdy Tellez, home run, 425. Guys, unit. 425 is worth a shot. I'm not going to say no. It's Nick Pivetta, and it's a Boston bullpen that's, enough said, right? No, you don't have to say anything. It just makes some faces. 425, I don't hate it. I'm a Ruby kind of guy. And it's just, I looked briefly over it, and I just went, I'm like, you know what? I like this Tampa game to go over. I'm going to grab a bunch of props in that one. I think Texas is going to be able to hit Oakland. It's a bad team. And again, even with the Oakland ones, James, I take a donut in the Oakland. I'm going to come back and still fade these Oakland pitchers in the series. If I'm going to get 150s, if it goes 0-3 today or 1-2, and tomorrow I get same kind of guys and go 3-0, I'm going to make money in this series with bad teams and bad pitchers. Berger home run plus 590. I like Jake Berger. I got a Ribby 220. I mean, Groovy, I get that 590 is excellent, but a 220 Ribby, I'll take a 220 Ribby. A lot of ways to get a Ribby than just a home run. We'll put the player props back up here for everybody to see because we got a bunch of them. A lot of Tampa guys. A lot of lows. We got a lows going today. We're going low. We're going low to get plus monies. Jake 250. J Low. I like just calling him J Low. B Low. And we got N Low on Texas. My father passed away 7 years ago. About 150,000 cards from the 80s. Do you know anyone? See, that's where all my cards are from. I like the 80s cards. And I gave away so many. You donate them. Hey, Biz, where you at? You on Twitter? You follow me on Twitter? Message me. The thing with the 80s cards is they talk about like the junk wax. I mean, for me, it's 87 on. It's garbage. Even like the new cards now they put out. They're ridiculous. There's so many. Now, if you're talking like 80 to 84, 85, I think I save those. I still think they're worthwhile to hold on to. You know. Where yeah, what state are you in? Where are the cards at? I mean, you can find a local spot. I mean, for me, again, I'm not some card connoisseur. Definitely not. I like I got all my sets from 80 to 87 or 80 to 86. I don't know. I'm missing. I got all the tops 80 on to 87, and I got Fleer and Donruss from 81 to 87 because they came out in 81, not 80. But I'm missing 84 Donruss. I need 84 Donruss set. But, yeah, 2027 for the A's Stadium to be built in Vegas. So they'll still play in crappy Oakland. No one's going to come out now. But Whatever. What's their new team name going to be? Miz isn't on Twitter. Oh, that's right. You're in Baltimore. Can't get anyone to look at them. Because that's the problem is that they're so that year, those years are common. They're a joke. I could buy a box of 87 tops, Donruss 89, $20 of unopened cards. There's millions of them. You know, what kind of shape are they in? Las Vegas bad beats. Here comes Detroit Lenny. You know what that means, folks? It's almost time for bet, win, repeat. You know. Listen, miss. Go through them yourself. If you find a nice 1980 Ricky Henderson, save it or give it to me. You know, that's what I do. I kind of save my 90s, my 80s guys, Gwen, Boggs, Sandberg, Mattingly, you know, Canseco, McGuire, Clemens, Doc, Kirby. That's who I grew up on. That's how I like having those little cards of, you know. Ari Goldsmith. They're mint. Well, I'm sure you got some decent Hall of Famers in there. You know, nothing nice. Listen, I think 84 tops is a nice looking card. I think 85. I think 86 tops is great. 87, look for that Bo Jackson Future Star. You got Bo Jackson in there. Nice card to have. You know. Listen, talk about saving cards. I have a drawer full. Here's a stack. See how high it is. These are all by Chuck Finley cards. Because every once in a while I'll put in my son's lunch, Chuck Finley for, you know, Sam Axe in Bird Notice. You know. I enjoy the older cards. You see them on my Sean Higgs channel. I crack open some stuff. Newer stuff and older stuff. And I still got some sealed boxes I got to get to. But, you know. Sports. See, now that I think is stuff you could sell. And as a Baltimore guy, I mean, I'm sure you got some Ripkins in there. Eddie Murray's. I don't know. I think, hey, Miss, if you go to my Sean Higgs YouTube, I think if you hit connect, I think it has my email address on there. No, everybody's going to know how to email me, but I don't know. Las Vegas snake bites, terrible. I think they go to. I think they should be the Las Vegas Aliens, and that way they can keep their ace. Athletics, Aliens, Area 51. See where I'm going here, Ari? I know you want to bring a team to LA, Ari, but try to bring it to Vegas. All right, I'm out of here. Back Saturday. You know, if you got the notifications on, we'll see how many lines we get up earlier tonight. If I can do a show around 9ish with a bunch of baseball, super. If not, I will see you in the morning. Has press plates for Ripken Game Breaker. Wow. See, someone would want those. I think you could sell them. But you got to find the right. It's like being on eBay. Like, I like my old 1983 G.I. Joe guys. Give me my, you know, Flint with a shotgun. You know, old Star Wars figures. It's what is somebody willing to pay? You got to find the right person. All right, the aliens, right? I think the A, that way they don't change the age. They always still have the giant A on their uniform. Lock it in with the king. Take it easy. Where's my guy Team Money? Hasn't been here. I got to message him on Twitter. See if he's all right. All right. I'm out of here. You're out of here. It's a Friday.